So yes, for all of you that might be interested, I do give lessons in the PJ saddle. The ride is not for free, but it can be reached at 1-800-RIDE-HARD. Well, this story is a little bit hard to tell, and it really sometimes goes to show how much someone can truly love a saddle. So, I make a living riding reiners and cow horses primarily, and I have a dressage background, and I happen to have a customer that I didn't know very well that came in from out of town, and she brought her dressage horse and, you know, all dressed up with her boots and her breeches and, you know, looking all prim and proper and, you know, playing the part of being a dressage queen. And I was out there just riding one of my reiners around, and, you know, after we kind of got done with our lesson, and she asked me, she's like, look, I've really always wanted to ride in a Western saddle. I've always ridden dressage or English, and I've never had the opportunity to ride in a Western saddle. Would you mind if I rode your horse around? You know, seems harmless enough. So I'm like, sure, go ahead. So just ride it around. And now mind you, this saddle that I bought was only 2 weeks old, right? So it's still brand new, still probably squeaked a little bit, still had the new car smell to it. And she gets on, she's walking the horse around, and she's like, oh, it just feels so different from what I'm used to, and it's so much wider. And she's like, but it's comfortable. I'm like, well, just go ahead and, you know, trot around and, you know, just kind of enjoy it. And she kept trotting and kept trotting. And now I've already worked my horse, and I said, you know, hey, you know, whenever you're done, I said, just go ahead and, you know, we'll kind of wrap it up and we'll call it good. And she's not really in a big hurry to get done because she was truly enjoying the ride. And the more that I asked her to hurry up, the more she worked harder to ride the saddle. So she spent a good 10 minutes really riding my saddle, and now it's starting to dawn on me, maybe she's really enjoying the ride. That's cool. I mean, because believe you me, I like a new saddle just as much as the next person. But I said, okay, whenever you're ready, you can get off. I said, let's go put the horses and we'll finish up with what we're doing. And she's like, okay. She's like, I'm done now. She said, I can get off. Okay, so I'm cool, thank you, right? So she has the biggest smile I've ever seen from anyone that has ever had a lesson with me, right? I mean, like, she is glowing. I mean, if you have never, if you've taken a lesson with me, one, that's exciting enough. But this lady took it to a new level. Okay, so I go to the barn. She takes her horse. She goes to her trailer, unsaddles her horse. I go into the barn, put the horse in the cross tie. Well, imagine my surprise when I went to pull my brand new saddle off, and there is a big wet spot in the middle of the seat. Okay? So I'll leave the rest to your imagination, but when I asked her if she was ready to get off, she truly was. So, there's no way around this story. So now, my once favorite saddle is now affectionately known as the PJ saddle, and every time I saddle a horse with it, the spot stares me in the eye. So never underestimate the power of a well-made saddle. So yes, for all of you that might be interested, I do give lessons in the PJ saddle. The ride is not for free, but it can be reached at 1-800-RIDE-HARD. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Horse Stories on Global Horse Network. We'd like to thank this month's sponsor, Snafflebit Clothing Company, for all your horse and apparel needs. Visit them on the web at snafflebitclothingcompany.com. If you like what we're doing or you don't, make sure that you put it in the comments below, because there's nothing I like better than to aggravate somebody like a sandburr under your saddle pad. Be sure to share our stuff on all the social media platforms, because that's what all the cool kids are doing. Be sure to subscribe if you like what we're doing. If you want to be notified whenever we're posting new content and some kick-ass stuff, click on the notification bell. If you like what we're doing, click the like button. If you hate what we're doing, click that bad boy twice, because there's nothing that I enjoy more than a good hater. And as always, ride hard, be safe, and have fun.